Yeah, they did a nice job. Obviously, it's a tough environment at Seattle. I thought Coleman did a great job running the show up there. And then, they played really well, in the pass game, doing a great job of keeping me clean. In the run game, there was some good stuff and there's some stuff to clean up. And that's really the whole game, to be honest with you. Everybody looks at themselves really critically and tries to find ways to be better. Obviously, a big challenge this week coming up with the guys up front that they have. So it's just another opportunity for us to go out there and try to compete to the best of our ability.
When you say you were happy with how Coleman did leading the way up there, what makes an effective communicator at center?
Clear, concise, understanding of what we're trying to get done, understanding of what the defense is trying to do, being on the same page with me, communicating verbally and non-verbally in an environment like that. All that is important, and then being able to echo it down the line.
Huge game for some of the younger receivers, Tutu and Puka being a rookie. How's your connection specifically grown with him from training camp to now?
It didn't really start in training camp. It started, the second he got kind of drafted here and was in OTAs. Spent a bunch of time in OTAs working with him, spent time in between OTAs and training camp throwing to him, spent a bunch of time during training camps, just reps. And his understanding of the game comes really natural to him. Tutu, Van, all those guys really do a nice job. The game comes really natural to him. So just kind of let those guys go out there and play. You give those guys coaching points either in training camp or during the week, whatever it is, and those guys soak it up and really go out there and try to perfect their craft and go out there and play and have fun. And I thought the best thing for me to watch those guys do was go compete. It was fun to watch those guys, whether it was man coverage, zone, catch, penetrate after they catch it in zone, whatever it was. Our guys did a really nice job of competing.
Matthew, Sean said that Stetson was going to be put on the non-football injury list. I'm just wondering, how does that affect the quarterback room and the team in general?
Obviously, one less guy in there, one less guy, in the red jersey at practice. Got a lot of love for Stetson. Hope he, I don't know, can he get off that list? Can he not get off that? I don't even know. But, appreciate him as a teammate. And Brett and I will roll with it as we go now.
When you look at San Francisco's defense, like last week, 5 sacks, what do you see that is the greatest challenge for you in this offense?
It's really, what good defense is about in the pass game, in my opinion, which is rush and coverage. It's not just, hey, these guys get home all the time. Or, hey, we can cover all day. It's a little bit of both. Their guys in the back end do a great job of understanding what their guys in the front side, front seven are doing as far as, okay, can we be more aggressive on these routes? Can we be less aggressive? How many guys are we sending forward? What are we expecting, the quarterback to have to do here as far as get the ball out timing-wise? And then, it's a first-round pick at basically every spot you look at. So they got a bunch of talent and a bunch of players playing at a high level, fast, physical. They communicate great. Really, really solid defense.
Pressure, things like that. I'm sure you've seen Steve Wilkes coach defenses in the past. I know it's a small sample size with this one game, but have you seen any of those fingerprints on this?
It's a really small sample size, especially with the way that game unfolded. There wasn't a whole lot of second half normal calls, to be honest with you. Just because of the way the game unfolded. But have played against him in the past. I'm sure he'll have his his hand on some stuff. We'll just go out there, try to play our rules, and go attack.
You're talking about another young player really understanding the game well. Is there somewhere other than in a game on the field where you see that?
Yeah, I think every day in practice. Are you mean in the meeting rooms or? Yeah, I think he's doing everything. All those guys are doing everything they can to soak up what we're trying to get done in the meeting room, asking good questions, paying attention, all that kind of stuff. Then you go out there and let those guys play, give them the basis of knowledge of what we're trying to accomplish, and then hey, the way Puka runs her out is going to look different than the way Van runs her out, and different than the way Tutu runs her out, and Cooper, and so on and so forth. So you let those guys kind of put their own personal spin on it when they get out there, as long as they're doing it within the the confines and the understanding of the plays.
Hey, a couple more guys. Since OTAs, both you and Sean have spoken very highly about Tutu's growth and development. Can you elaborate that on how it's helped him, and specifically, I guess, how it's helped you in this offense?
Yeah, I think, for any player, especially a guy like Tutu, receivers, and in this offense, the better you grasp what we're trying to do on offense as a whole, and you can play in different spots and we can move you around, and it's not – you can go out there and play fast. He can go out there and let his skills show because he's confident in what he's doing, what we're trying to accomplish with him on whatever route or whatever blocking scheme. He's done an unbelievable job at really working his tail off. I would feel confident putting Tutu at any of the 3 receiver spots and him knowing what to do on majority, if not every single play. which is an awesome thing for a younger guy and a guy that, his first years wasn't asked to do that. His ability to do that, I think, is going to be, really good for him personally and for us as a team. And that's just because of the work that he's put into it, and trying to make sure that he understands what we're trying to accomplish, where he needs to line up. He's helping other guys get lined up right now. I mean, it's really good stuff. So just proud of him and the work that he's put into it.
Matthew, there's a report floating around today that you're doing season 2 quarterback. Is that true?
To be honest with you, I've had discussions with those guys. I'm not sure there is going to be a season. I'm not sure there isn't. I'm not sure. I'm just more focused on the San Francisco 49ers, to be honest with you, than anything going on off the field. So I'll just leave it at that, I guess.
Earlier you mentioned the O-line and the running backs. We saw a lot of gap scheme in week 1. How do you feel like you felt in there orchestrating that?
I felt good orchestrating it. I think there's stuff to clean up. I thought, Seattle did a nice job of kind of penetrating some of those and getting those stopped kind of before they got started. So, always looking to find different ways to run the football and utilize the skills of our guys up front and our backs and try to do that as best we can.
2-part. Last one. If there is a season 2 of that show,
Let's go hypothetical. Let's do it.
would you like to do it? I mean, would you be on board to be a part of it?
Possibly.
Okay. And secondly, when Van was unable to hold on to that long pass, you were kind of visibly frustrated for a moment, it looked like. But how do you handle that with him? Do you say anything to him after the play or on the sideline?
Yeah, just tell him I'm coming right back to him, and did later in the game in a couple instances. So made a great third down catch for us. Obviously, he's disappointed. I'm disappointed. We had a chance of making a big play. We score on that drive anyways, and we overcame that, which is awesome. Don't want those plays to happen, but you know what? There's going to be a time probably this season where he's running free, and I'm going to miss him. And that's part of football. It's an imperfect game. It's played in the gray. I got a ton of trust in Van Jefferson, his ability to go out there and make plays. He's done it for a long time for me and for this offense. So excited to see how he shows up and shows out on Sunday.
All set?
Thanks, guys.